Google, which is owned by Alphabet Incorporated, is worth roughly $1.7 trillion.
I consider myself as an entrepreneur, one of the greatest entrepreneurs of our times. Sergey Brin, who is, as you know, the co-founder and president of Alphabet.
A number that rivals the GDP of some first world nations. This Goliath recently decided that the First Amendment no longer applies to U.S. citizens.
Think of this as a search engine for your fact checks that can help you determine fact from fiction. To add claim review markup, you'll need to provide the following information: the URL of the article, the name of the organization that conducted the fact check. Once you've provided this information, you can click Create to add the markup to the article. Google will then crawl the article and add the markup to its database.
While others in Silicon Valley, tied to the World Economic Forum and the United Nations, continue to build a Trojan horse of neo-feudalism.
Reducing that hateful content from being seen is one of the best examples how X is committed to encouraging healthy behavior online.
Internet censorship has grown since the Obama administration to be an unregulated wild beast.
Who needs free speech as long as the economy is going good? Social media, once seen as a mechanism to promote knowledge and understanding and solidarity, has proved to be just as effective promoting hatred and paranoia and propaganda and conspiracy theories.
Fast forward to 2023, and the barely acknowledged federal lawsuit, Missouri versus Biden, is revealing a cancerous censorship network that grew between big tech, U.S. intelligence agencies, and the Biden administration, while given cover by a mockingbird media that violently drowned the First Amendment in favor of a level of totalitarianism that directly threatens national security.
The only pandemic we have is among the unvaccinated. And they're killing people.
Judge Terry Doughty calling the Biden administration's efforts a massive attack against free speech and targeted suppression of conservative ideas. The decision means top White House officials and several federal agencies, including the FBI and the Department of Justice, cannot communicate with social media companies for the purpose of urging, encouraging, pressuring, or inducing in any manner the removal, deletion, suppression, or reduction of content containing protected free speech.
Had a big couple of weeks here, Stuart, with uncovering really a vast censorship enterprise. At least 45 folks from the Biden administration were in constant communication with these social media platforms to censor and suppress speech. Had weekly calls on censorship calls. These social media platforms were changing their terms of service to deplatform folks. And then in addition to that, you had literally a high-ranking Facebook official texting the Surgeon General of the United States saying, hey, we did what you asked, what more can we do?
As the New York Post reported, so far, 67 officials or agencies, including the FBI, have been accused in the lawsuit of violating the First Amendment by pressuring Facebook, Twitter, and Google to censor users for alleged misinformation or disinformation. The problem is the mis- and disinformation proved to be true.
Right? Who makes the decision of what's disinformation, what's truthful, and what's not? I mean, after all, we saw a Russia hoax for years, and that turned out not to be true. We saw the doctors in front of the Supreme Court building talking about potential other treatments, and those videos were all taken down. Now we know that those treatments could have saved many lives.
Unhindered, the Department of Defense contracted a New York-based AI company to deploy software to target disinformation on social media in real time. Meanwhile, Google continues to interfere in U.S. elections, pioneer the forced entry of AI's deep mind into our personal lives, and replace the propagandist mockingbird media with AI journalists, while creating an online media ecosystem that will eliminate disinformation, aka independent journalism. However, Section 230 continues to shield big tech from a tsunami of lawsuits, as our bought and paid for do-nothing Congress allows Google to quickly replace them with a one-world government.